Hi everyone, this is Liz Macedo. I'm inside the Senate here in Brazil today because I want to speak to you what's going on in this day after the manifestations we lived here in Brazil yesterday, okay? Yesterday people were on the street to ask for freedom and ask Jair Messias Bolsonaro, our president, to put off the ministers of the Supreme Court here in our country because they are in this moment trying to take freedom and the free speech of the people here in Brazil. And this is a big problem we are living just right now because media and a part of the members of the Supreme Court and inside the Senate and also in our legislative house, they are trying to support the leftist speech that Jair Messias Bolsonaro is trying to take the power off and he is trying to break democracy. This is not the reality. People in Brazil are on the street trying to fight for democracy, and democracy was broke by the part of the Supreme Court here in our country. And today, there was a moment expected by the part of the truckers and some members of the civilians here in Brazil. They were expecting to get inside the Senate a petition to ask the President of the Senate, Rodrigo Pacheco, to accept their petition about the members of the Supreme Court because they were on this moment trying to ask them to put all those ministers out. But the President of the Senate, Rodrigo Pacheco, he just stopped working here. He stopped all the type of jobs inside the Senate today. He stopped all work here, all work that could receive this documentation or petition by the part of the people. And what he made, he just closed the door on the face of the people who were trying to ask him to do something that in this part of the population is the right for democracy here in Brazil. And with this position that he took, he just made the truckers and the part of the population a little bit more angry with what's going on here in Brazil right now. And there is a provision there that here in Brazil we are going to leave some time of strike because the truckers is trying to stop working. They are trying to stop all the circulation of the vehicles here in Brazil. They are trying to close the streets because they need to be listened. And with this behavior by the party of the Rodrigo Pacheco in Senate, he just said to those people, I'm not going to listen to you, I don't care about your petitions, I don't want to listen to you, and I don't care about what do you think about democracy. And in this moment, he just put more fuel on the fire. I want to explain it to you in English because I was reading Financial Times and they are trying to make people abroad to think that we are living here in Brazil is something like, I don't know how to say this in English, but I'm going to try to use the words I know. Like, they try to explain the people that our President Jair Bolsonaro is trying to put some time of dictatorship here in Brazil, but that's not the point. He was elected by the majority of the people, and the majority of the people here in Brazil who were on the street yesterday were on the street to support his government, to support Jair Messias Bolsonaro, to support his actions, and to support what he has to do here in our country. So this is the news I have from Senate here in Brazil. Senate has not worked today, and people are a little bit angry with this situation. I think the President of the Senate tried to stop the anger of the people doing this situation, but what he made was just get people a little bit more angry with everything that is going on here in Brazil just right now. Okay, it is just a summary of the situation here in Brazil. The thing is a little bit more complex, and I'm going to try to explain it to you during the days, okay? Today is the day of meetings. We had meetings in all parts of our democracy here in Brazil, and now we are going to wait our President Jair Messias Bolsonaro speak about what's going on now, because we have already listened the president of the house, the legislative house, Arthur Lira, he was a little bit moderate, okay? Rodrigo Pacheco didn't speak yet, and the president of the Supreme Court, Fuchs, he is still, okay, waiting the moment to speak also. So we are living moments of tension inside our country, and we have to have a little bit of patience here in Brazil, because people are really stressed by the situation made by the Supreme Court, trying to put on the jail people who think different than the leftists think. They are putting on the jail people who is trying to support the government of our President Jair Messias Bolsonaro. They are putting crime in people who think and express this thought. They are trying to put those people inside the jail just because they don't think what they want people to think. It's not democratic. It's not part of our democracy, and that's the motivation that people are on the street asking our President Jair Messias Bolsonaro to put off all those ministers of our Supreme Court. I say sorry because my English is not so good, as you already know, but I'll try to do the best here because the situation is too complex, and we have to speak as good as we can and try to inform you as more as we can, because if you depend just the media, maybe we are going to be disinformed and not informed about what's going on here in Brazil. Bye.